Good evening. My name is LaVon Bratton, and it is an honor and my humble pleasure to stand before you this evening in my new role as first-year principal of Evening High School and Shoemaker Complex. I am delighted to welcome you to our 56th commencement ceremony. Just over 28 years ago, Evening High School graduated its first class, which consisted of 2 students. Since that time, there have been approximately 700 graduates. Wow, what a great service Evening High School has served its community. Regardless of what path led you to Evening High School, I'm confident you, as the student and your family, are proud of you and your accomplishments. You've made it. But it doesn't stop here. The diploma you have earned tonight serves as your ticket to anywhere you want to go. Please don't miss the opportunity to excel to the next level. We are counting on you as if our lives and community are at stake, because they are. We here are confident you won't let us down. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to introduce our fearless leader, Dr. Donna Hanlon, Superintendent of Schools.
Good evening to all students, families, teachers, administrators, and other supporters who are watching this winter commencement of Wicomico County Evening High School. I join with all of you in extending heartfelt congratulations to seniors receiving their high school diplomas tonight. They will be among the many graduates in the class of 2021, but tonight they are the first graduates. Seniors, congratulations on having reached this incredibly important milestone in your life. Despite all the challenges that have come your way since March 2020 and at other points along the way, you've clearly worked hard and persevered to be part of this ceremony tonight. Education is the most powerful tool that you can use to change your life. I encourage you to set goals and to continue to relentlessly pursue those goals. Start by imagining what you can accomplish. Believe that you can reach your goals, and by believing in yourself and through relentless perseverance, you will continue to achieve your dreams. To the parents and guardians, families, and friends who are supporting these students and cheering them on, congratulations to you as well. I wish I could look out from this screen and see all the enthusiasm and genuine joy you're experiencing as you celebrate this milestone with your graduating senior. To the teachers and staff members who have worked diligently to support and encourage these students, my heartfelt thanks and congratulations to you as well. You have truly made a difference in the lives of these students. Graduating seniors of Evening High School, please know how very proud the Board of Education and everyone in Wicomico County Public Schools are of you and your accomplishments. We wish you the very best as you graduate from Wicomico County Public Schools.
I'm honored to introduce our guest speaker, Mr. Stephen Boyd, whom is an asset to our community, as well as an educator and school administrator in our neighboring Worcester County. He is a pastor, songwriter, and recording artist, just to name a few of his accolades. Mr. Boyd is also a motivational speaker, an author and owner of the very valuable professional development tool, I'm Not Bad, I'm Just Bored. As well as a colleague, he is my friend. Without further hesitation, it is my pleasure to welcome to you Mr. Stephen Boyd.
Greetings to Dr. Donna Hanlon, Superintendent of Schools, Ms. LaVon Bratton, Principal of the Wicomico Evening High School, Assistant Superintendent Rick Briggs, Chief Operating Officer Michael Stauffer, Assistant Superintendent Kimberly Miles, members of the board, to the parents of our graduates, teachers, staff, and most importantly, the 2021 graduates of the Wicomico Evening High School. I want to take a moment and say thank you for the invitation to offer this commencement speech on this auspicious occasion. Today is a special day. Today is a great day. It's a day like none other. It is your graduation day. It is the day that after years of hard work, dedication, perseverance, sleepless nights, internal irritation, definite doubts, and understandable uncertainty, you can look at yourself and say, I made it. Yes, you're graduating today with your high school diploma. And normally if we were together live, I would not ask you to do what I'm going to ask you to do right now. But since we're virtual, we can't see each other. Nobody will ever know. So here it is. I want you to lift your hand straight up, and I want you to bend at the elbow, and I want you to put your hand square in the middle of your back and give yourself a pat on the back, the biggest pat on the back that you've ever given yourself. Not only are we proud of you, you should be proud of yourself. You should be excited and exhilarated. And singing the song by the 80s group, the Pointer Sisters, it says this, I'm so excited, I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. Today is a milestone. It's one that you will cherish for decades to come. So as you snap pictures and post them on Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat, and as you celebrate, declaring to the world that you are a high school graduate, be proud of this moment. Cherish this moment. Crystallize this moment. For many started out with you and didn't make it, but you did. So congratulations. Which brings me to this question for you. Where do you go from here? What's next? That's what I want to talk to you about today, because obtaining your high school diploma is just the first step for some on the stairs of life. So today, I want to talk to you from the thought, take this and run. You know, reminds me of a story of Forrest Gump, where Tom Hanks plays a central character that has some special disabilities. While sitting on a park bench, he talks to whomever will stop by and reflects on different points of his life. Specifically, he points at a time when kids would tease him when he would walk. One day, because he had these prosthetic legs, he was walking home from school with his friend Jenny, wishing some kids had come up and they started to tease him and throw rocks at him. When they threw the rocks, his friend Jenny shouted at him, "Run, Forrest, run!" And so with all of his might, his heart was racing. Forrest did the best that he could to run. Now, in the beginning, he was slow and he was cumbersome, and it seemed like his teachers would subdue him and beat him up. But the story goes on to say he had some will to run faster, and he kept on running and running. And a miracle happened. To his amazement, those prosthetics, they fell off, and he found the courage to run. He kept running. He ran faster and faster, so much so that Jenny stopped and the kids pursuing him stopped because they couldn't believe that Forrest could run. So he shares, sitting on that park bench, that he's been running ever since. He ran to school. He didn't catch the bus. He would run around the park at recess time. He would run track in high school, ran for the football team. He was so good he ran in college. They would design special plays just so Forrest could run. And the great thing is the teammates would just shout on the sidelines, "Run, Forrest, run." And it reminds me of another man that had a race that he would run. His name was Paul, an apostle who was teased for his faith and persecuted for his faith. In a letter to some Philippian people, he writes these words, "Brothers and sisters, I don't consider myself to have obtained it all. Instead, with a single mind, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching for those things which are in front of me, with this goal in mind, I strive towards the prize of the upward call." In other words, Paul made 3 commitments to himself, commitments that I'm asking you to make today. They are forget, focus, and fly. Say that. Forget, focus, and fly. When Paul says forget, he simply means let the past be the past. If it was good, great. Let it be in the past. If it was bad, definitely leave it in the past. You're going to have your good days and bad days from this point. But I don't want you to dwell on it. I want you to celebrate or learn from where you are, but get ready for tomorrow. Let the past be the past. Secondly, focus. I love what John Maxwell says. He said, "He who aims at nothing will hit it every time." meaning if you don't have focus, you will have definite failure. So what's your focus? Is it college, trade school, military, pitching the next idea on Shark Tank? Whatever it is, I want you to get focused, and I want you to get focused now, because life is going to bring distractions that will take you off your eternal prize, your goal, your dreams. So I want to encourage you that even though life is going to bring you tough times, stay focused. Thirdly, I want you to fly. Now, obviously, I'm not asking you to grow any wings and fly away. FLY is an acronym that stands for fear leaving you. Some of you from this point aspire to be an engineer. Some of you aspire to be a doctor. Some of you aspire to go into the world of work. Whatever it is, don't let the fear of life grip you and put you on the sidelines. Fear may come in the form of friends, family, associates, TV, social media, all kinds of things that will put things in your head that will say you'll never be good enough. Fear will mobilize you, my friend, and put you on the sidelines of life. But I want to implore upon you today to fly. Get ready for fear to leave you. So I give you permission, my friends, the express permission to evict fear out of your life. I want you to serve it notice that it cannot live in your mind, your body, your soul. Give it permission to leave like Paul. Give it permission to leave like Forrest Gump. I love the song by R. Kelly that he wrote for the movie Space Jam. You remember it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. See me running through that open door. You might say to yourself, Mr. Boyd, listen, I've heard that positive hype before. You don't know the reality that I'm living in. You know, you're right. I don't know your reality, but I know this reality. In life, you got to be like an eagle. It flies in every season. Winter, spring, summer, fall, storms, tsunami, hurricane, doesn't matter. The eagle flies and it never breaks its speed. I've learned this about life. Life is seasons. Seasons come, seasons go. What makes the difference is your ability to forget, focus, and fly. You know, as I close, I want to leave you with a portion of the poem by Amanda Gorman, poet laureate for the 46th presidential inauguration for Joe Biden, who, like Forrest Gump and Paul, took her problem, turned it into a pulpit. She said this, and I quote, "When day comes, we step out of the shade of flame and unafraid. The new day blooms as we free it. For there is always light if we're only brave enough to see it. If only we're brave enough to be it." My commission to you today, my friends, is take this diploma, run, forget, focus, and fly. Congratulations.
At this time, I would like to ask Mr. Devin Smith, Evening High School Dean of Students, to present a special recognition award.
Volunteering your time, energy, passion, and skills at any age is something that benefits everyone. Through student service learning, students address real needs while earning service learning hours for graduation. Many hours can be earned through classroom projects, but some students go above and beyond. This certificate recognizes a graduate who has completed over twice the required number of hours for graduation. This certification or certificate recognizes Zoe Pittenger Carrie Alcopoulos. Congratulations.
In recognition of the records and achievements of the students of this class, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me as the principal of Wicomico Evening High School, I certify that these students have met the graduation requirements established by the Maryland State Board of Education and the Wicomico County Public School System. Accordingly, it is my pleasure to recommend and present to you for the conferring of diplomas the winter graduating class of 2021.
Mrs. Bratton, in recognition of the records and achievements of the students of this class, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me as Superintendent of Wicomico County Public Schools, it is my pleasure to certify and accept for the conferring of diplomas the graduates of Evening High School, Class of 2021. Congratulations.
I would like to ask Dr. Doreen Nolan, Assistant Principal of Wicomico Evening High School, to call the names of our graduates, recognizing their accomplishment.
Derek Bullock, Ariana Dennis, Farah Elliott, Akira Higgins, Zoe Pittenger, Carrie Akopoulos, Santiae Simmons.
Symbolizing a person's transition from student to graduate, I will now ask the class to please move your tassel from the right to the left side of your mortarboard. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Wicomico Evening High School Winter Class of 2021. Before we conclude, let me recognize and thank the following for their part and role in Wicomico County Public Schools and thank them for their service. Mr. Gene Malone, Board Chairman, Mr. Michael Murray, Board Vice Chairman, and Board members, Mr. Donald Fitzgerald, Mr. Alan Brown Sr., Mr. John Palmer, Ms. Tanya Laird-Lewis, Ms. Ann Suthowski, Dr. Frederick Briggs, Chief Academic Officer, Mrs. Kimberly Miles, Assistant Superintendent for Student and Family Services, Dr. Micah Stauffer, Chief Finance and Operations Officer, Mr. Don Brady, Director of Secondary Education, Evening High School faculty and staff, and congregants from our school's faith-based partner, Faith Lutheran Church, who support our mission, faculty, and students throughout the year. Thank you for sharing in this moment with us. We appreciate you and all that you do for our students. Have a good evening and stay safe.